The War of Titans in Kingdom 82 is wrapped up. It is time to talk about who won, who lost, a lot of strategies going on. Talk a little bit about very cool things we learned from this series. And there's another announcement, big boy announcement in this video you guys are not going to want to miss. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the Gekko. Another day, another video for you guys, and today we are back in Kingdom 82 looking at the beauty that are all these crazy inactive flags. That's right, those are all AV's flags that were cut off by PGM and KCV. A fortress was laid right here and the pass was lost, and this was how they cut off the bottom side of the flags, and then with simple flags they cut off the front, the top from the central fortress. And now the mission was to cut off AVF as well, as AV were already cut off. The flag was burning. There was a lot of fighting for these flags. These flags had a long time of fighting and reinforcing and turning it off and breaking the flag and then replacing it back in. There was some craziness going on here, guys. So it was clear that that side of the flags was being fought for, but on this side where the pass was, nothing was going on just yet, and the plan was to send an alliance down there with a fortress to take out those flags and disconnect these guys, the zone 3 guys, from the rest of the zones and the sanctums and altars. As you can see here, the flags were taking a beating, and so were the people. I mean, KCV lost a ton of troops right there. Look at that. Almost 300,000 deads. Although AVF were filling up their hospitals and they were being drowned in terms of resources. Well, drowned probably is not the better word. They were being completely suffocated. They had no resources. There was a complete drought in resources. And all these beds and deads are just piling on. It was just a crazy fight overall, and at this point I wanted to let you guys know that there's a huge video coming out tomorrow. Very big news in the game, so you guys are really gonna want to be subscribed to the channel and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload that video, because it's gonna be a big video. Trust me, you're not gonna want to miss it. Another thing is that we have one more video of wars coming up from a completely different kingdom. Now, they let me know about a war they prepared ahead of time. They were planning it for a little while. Are you guys interested in knowing the backstory and all that good stuff as part of the video, or only the action? Let me know in the comments down below, and of course, smash the like button on this video. If I see it hits 150 likes, I'll know that you guys really want to see that kingdom whatever war video that's coming up, and we'll make it happen sooner than planned. So here's the deal. The AVF fortress was being attacked. These guys were still trying to put pressure on the fortress while trying to get all the flags out of the way. And AVF were doing their very best to attempt to slow this down, but there was nothing they can do about this. There were a few AV members who were parked around the AVF Alliance Fortress who were bubbled, which was later on a very big pain in the butt, which you guys are about to see, because one main character who was really important in this war has yet to show up, and once he does, you guys are gonna see how crazy this guy really is. But for now, we're gonna go back down to the area where we're talking about the level 3 pass. This is the level 3 pass that is about to get lost by AVF. And what happened here is PGNS created a small alliance, sent a few people to the side. Rather than sending them up to the top there where I thought they would place the central fortress, they actually found a better spot. So they decided to go a little bit further down and to the left, and bam, you guys will see a lot of our guys are already here, ready to place the fortress and take that pass out. Now, I gotta let the record reflect that PGNS are the guys who let me know about what was going on here, so I keep saying our and things like that, but I have nothing against AVF or AV, and this was an awesome fight to follow. So thank you to all of them for really being part and collaborating with me. When I asked for reports from either sides, I had a bunch of information from both sides. People were really cool about it, and it was just a lot of fun to record it for you guys, for the community. And we got one more of those awesome alliances who hit us up about wars, and that's going to be coming up very soon. As we look at the fort being built, you can see that a few of these guys are actually pretty big. You can see Traxon came in here, bring the loop came in here. We were expecting a fight. they were expecting this central fortress to not come up as easy as it did, and for the pass to be protected. But it didn't seem like AVF were having anything to do with it. You can see some AVF troops trying to back off of the pass as if they had already given it up. And just like that, it was as simple as one set of troops. The pass was ours and not AVF's, I guess. And all these flags were still active because they were still connected to the central fortress, but those had no buffs tied to them as they were only the zone 3 flags. Rest in peace. At this stage, it was just a matter of just drowning these guys. I mean, just stopping these guys from moving, being able to do a single thing. They had none of their awesome altars and shrines. You can see KCV placed a very strategic central fortress in there and cut off a ton of flags from that area. You can see all these inactive flags where just PGNS, it was just unbelievable. Now here is the teaser. Here is the guy who was the king of the event, honestly. That is none other than John. Now, we were talking about the Central Alliance Fortress previously, the AVF one. As they were burning it, right? And we talked about the fact that this is going to take a long time to burn. Look at your screen. What you guys are seeing is Sir John. Sir John, who I sped this up because all that happened here was insane amounts of open battlefields, which meant nothing except for the fact that Sir John was pissing off the PGNS guys. He had a bunch of troops set up inside these fortresses that were his alliance mates, and he was just coming in and out of them, hitting solo marches and running back in every time these guys would react. And what would end up happening is once a fight is done, the march goes back home. So if you don't pay attention to your marches, you can see he's slowly making the marches fall back off the Alliance Fortress more and more. This was an unbelievable tactic by him. As the whale, he can get that done. That guy spent, I think, a few $100s throughout the war just to keep it going, training more and more and more tier 5s and placing his troops in a very strategic place. At the end, he did get burned because that's how the game goes. He did get burned. He did get zeroed. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he still has troops out there, but it got to the point where he couldn't keep doing what he was doing, which was straight up fighting as much as possible. I mean, his alliance mates did their best to hold on, but even they were getting solo attacked and zeroed. It was just, that's how it had to end, you know? I mean, it was one of those situations where PGNS had completely taken over. The strategy in which AV worked with was hold, be strong, keep holding, drown them out, keep them fighting, don't react too much. But the bottom line is once you run out of resources, it becomes a real big problem. And when they cut you off your sanctums and your altars and all your buffs and all that stuff, it becomes really, really tough to be able to do anything. At some point, even your alliance resources run out, and then you can't do absolutely anything but see your alliance go to shreds. Here's the deal. I am not going to show you guys what's the situation there now. If you guys want to go to Kingdom 82 and see what's going on, cool. I can tell you that at some point, Sir John just said enough is enough, right? He's been spending a lot. He's been fighting a lot. He's been doing a lot of work, and it's just not working out. He knew the PGNS guys are adamant at getting rid of them. And he decided to kick everyone out of AV. He's shielded, and apparently he has quit. So AV no longer exists, or at least exists as part of Sir John being there, and that's that. There's no central fortress anymore. There's nothing. He gave up, and that's that. Now, I don't really know what's going on in Kingdom 82 anymore, as I haven't kept up with them, but I can tell you that there were a lot of deaths on AV's side. There's a lot of people who quit because of this war, and there's a lot of people who moved on to different alliances trying to keep their game going. If there's one thing I've learned from this series, is that there are a lot of very creative people out there fighting their wars in very, very interesting ways, which is why once again I'm gonna ask you guys, if any of you have a pre-planned war, if you guys are potentially seeing a war coming in your kingdom, or even are fighting one right now and you want me to join in and cover the situation, send me your reports, tell me the stories and all that. You can see in the description a link to my Discord group. You're welcome to hit me up there and let me know, and we'll work out the details there. AVF and AV fought valiantly. PGNS and KCV had really probably a bigger advantage at this stage, and they managed to do their thing. So GG's to everyone. I hope that people will manage to keep playing the game in Kingdom 82 and not necessarily quit. But if that's how it goes, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? Anyway, have you guys been in a war lately? What you guys think about this War of Titans series? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. There's another big boy war video coming up in this couple of days, hopefully. So if you guys smash the like button, I'll make sure it'll be by the end of this week. So definitely do that. I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for all your continued support. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Big announcement coming out tomorrow. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you guys hear it, because trust me when I tell you there's a lot of good stuff coming out in tomorrow's video. Until the next time, you guys kill this week, and I'll see you sooner rather than later, right? Peace.